Hello out there YouTubers, this is Cheese11 coming through with another video. What I have today is a mixtape review by the artist, not a mixtape, an album review by the artists Chris Brown and Tyga. This is it's called Fan of a Fan, the album. This is a follow-up from the mixtape. And to me, I kind of didn't know about it until last minute, but the single Ayo, it dropped maybe like 3 or 4 weeks ago. I saw a video on it, and my feelings towards the album. That album is nothing like the mixtape. Like, I remember having the mixtape like maybe 4 years ago, something like that, 4 or 5 years ago, and there was a lot of introspective type of lyrics. You know, they talked about things going on around them. Yes, they did talk about, you know, women and being braggadocious, if I might, and that type of thing. But this album, it kind of centered on the thought of women getting them, doing whatever, going to the club, braggadocious. It was no introspection, no type of feeling or emotion on how things have been around them, or a reflection of their life, which I guess those things are a reflection of their life. Going to the clubs, balling out, that type of thing. But just sort of some of the tracks, I just go through some of them that I feel were pretty good. You got the single Ayo. Ayo sounds just like, it sounds exactly like Loyal by Chris Brown. That's the same track. It sounds exactly the same. It's like a few beat switch ups or something, but that's the same song. It's about the same song. Matter of fact, I like Ayo a little bit better than Loyal. I mean, it's got a, you know, that hook is a bit better. Like, Chris Brown does a great job on the hooks. Let me see another one that I like. West Side was the intro track. It was kind of cool, but you know, they was kind of talking about, you know, life, but they kind of veered off and went to women, and they stayed on women. Like, what they do throughout the album is give you visual stuff. Like this dude said, this dude said, I'm gonna go in her cervix. Like Chris Brown said. I was like, what? Like, what? I don't understand. Like, it's just kind of visual, and I felt like myself. It's just me speaking. You could dislike it or whatever, but I felt uncomfortable listening to this some of the time. I felt a little bit uncomfortable, like, with all this. Another subject and throughout the album is, I'ma steal your girl. Like, I'ma get her and I'ma steal her because you ain't good enough. Matter of fact, they got a song. Let me see. I'm looking through here. Featuring Chris Brown. They featuring Ty Dolla $ign. Nothing Like Me. It's just basically like, your man ain't good enough. I'ma come swoop her up. Like, yeah, I'm gonna come swoop you up because your man ain't good enough. Like, I'm better than him. Like, in a sense, it's kind of like, it's kind of immature, but I mean, the song is pretty catchy. So I mean, it's cool. Don't get me wrong, people. It's very good music. Like, I like the instrumentation throughout the album. But these songs, I wrote this down on a piece of paper. Alrighty. I'm gonna use I use word substitutes, because I don't like this, you know, I use word substitutes. But BM and J, just look through the track list, you know song I'm talking about, sounds exactly like She Going Up. That song, a matter of fact, the intros are like almost the same content. Like, it sounds exactly the same. It's the, you know, to me. I already said Ayo sounds like Loyal. I liked it. The track that sounded like different that I really enjoyed was it's your stuff with Wale. I felt like they did pretty good on that track. I like Wale a lot, so he had an okay verse. I mean, it wasn't special, but it was good enough. And in the track, like it had this beautiful instrumentation, like it sounded like something in the '80s, like something like in the '80s. And then it's like pop, and then they just click those bars with it, and it sounded really good. Like I enjoyed that song. Let me think of another track. There's some of the features in here. You had 50 Cent, you had Schoolboy Q, and you had Pusha T. The song with 50 Cent, it was okay. It's I bet also sounds a little bit like Ayo. It's got some of the different like instruments from there, and then they just put different instruments and kind of mesh that together. But it was same the typical like music. But it's okay. They're flowing on the song, but it's the same content, just women and braggadocious stuff throughout the track. I liked the song with Pusha T. Like, I think what they did, like, Tyga had a verse. I didn't recognize his verse, but I think all three artists kind of did a reminisce of like an artist. Like Chris Brown at the beginning of his, if you have heard the song "Forgot About Dre" by Dre and Eminem, like they kind of use their flow in those verses. Like Chris Brown starts off every day. Somebody want to rap when they move the lips, just a bunch of like Eminem's just gibberish, but Chris Brown, he kind of makes his own thing up. And then Pusha T, he uses Dr. Dre's verse. I mean, kind of like that same flow on his verse, and I thought that was pretty cool. The song was called DGIFU. And I thought that was just pretty cool. I don't know if that was an ode to them, but I mean, I appreciated it when I first heard it. An introspective kind of track that was on here was called Better. I liked it better. Better was cool. It was like, they were saying that, I make these mistakes. I go out with these women, but I'm going to try to do better and come back to you. And but to mesh it with the other songs it was kind of, I don't know, I didn't understand it, but it was a good song. It was pretty good. I liked it. But my favorite track on this whole album is Bunkin'. Like that track, oh my goodness, you start off the track with these violins and it's sounding so good. Like I love my violin and my piano music when they mix it up with like hip hop or like some R&B, man, it's on another world. Like he starts off with it and it's flowing, and then they got this beat. It comes in, sounds like something like Caribbean or something, and I'm not gonna lie, Chris had a very good hook on it, there, and I enjoyed it. And J305, I have never heard of this artist, but he stole the show on this track. He stole the show. He was flowing. I gotta check his music out. Someone, if y'all know anything about him, let me know. I'm gonna check some of his tapes out. But this dude was flowing on another level on this track. T.I. and Tyga, they ain't stand a chance to get this dude. And plus he had first verse too, so they made an impression on me. That was good. But this is an album that it's good music, and it's just rapping. Like think about like Killer Mike and LP, not Run the Jewels too, but the first Run the Jewels. They're kind of just rapping, and like, I just want to rap. Let's just rap. And so I think that's what they did. They rapped and did their, Chris Brown did his singing and his rapping. And actually, Chris Brown, people been saying it, Chris Brown got bars. He can actually put down a verse on the track and perform well. But this is just my review of it. if you but and overall, I really think it's a solid album. It's like good party music, but nothing more than that. Like, it's not to be taken like introspectively, like, oh my goodness, I grabbed something, I grabbed something that can change my life or something. But it's good party music, and I think they did a pretty good job on it. But this is Cheese Slice 11 once again. If you like the video, please like it, comment, and subscribe for more videos just like this one. And thank you for your time, and you all have a great one.